Mexico with Walpole Media. Today we're joined by Donna Summers and John Robinson from the Walpole Veteran Services Committee to discuss the committee's Veteran Aid Program, which provides supplemental resources to Walpole veterans. Thank you, John and Donna, for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Can you start by explaining what the Veteran Services Committee does for Walpole veterans?
Sure. The Walpole Veteran Services Committee is a town committee founded to assist veterans in needs that they may have, also to assist the veteran service officer that we have in town. Every town in Massachusetts has a VSO, or Veteran Service Officer, and we are here to assist them with anything that they may need.
Thank you. And what is the criteria for eligibility for services through the Veteran Services Committee?
So for aid in Walpole, directly from the town of Walpole, you would have to be a veteran, either active duty, retired, or a veteran in veteran status, and a resident of Walpole. Additionally, for some of the aid, you would need to go through a nonprofit organization so we can help identify what your situation and what your needs are.
And why is the availability of the Veteran Services Committee and the services they provide important for veterans and their quality of life?
I think the availability of local services for veterans is very important because sometimes veterans have a hard time asking for help. They feel proud, they feel that they don't deserve it or they didn't do enough, but to have what I like to call hyper-local benefits available and services available to the veterans in this community is very important.
What is the Walpole Veteran Services Committee scholarship, and what's the criteria for applying to that scholarship?
So the Walpole Veterans Scholarship was a scholarship that we established in 2014. When we established the committee in 2012, we were very fortunate that we had excellent benefactors within the town that donated significant amounts of money. And we wanted to make sure that that money went right back to veterans and veterans' families here in Walpole. So with some of that money, we established a scholarship with the Walpole Scholarship Foundation, whereby we provided a sum of money, and a scholarship will be provided to folks in perpetuity, meaning every year, forever. There will be a Walpole Veterans Scholarship available to veterans and members of veterans' families.
What are some common obstacles that veterans face in accessing education and necessary medical care?
Well, a lot of the time they do not know where to go. If they come to the Veterans Office, we connect them, provide paperwork, and tell them of the New England Boston healthcare system, which provides medical care, mental health care, specialized care. There's a spinal center in West Roxbury, which the state is lucky to have. There's neurologist, rheumatologist. The primary care section is in West Roxbury. We suggest that if they are a veteran, that the first thing they do, if they have not done it, is fill out paperwork and get registered with the Boston healthcare system, which is very simple. It's as simple as walking into West Roxbury and going to the desk and saying, you know, I've never received healthcare here. Really all they will need is a DD-214, which is their military discharge record. And most people have it. If they can't, they can go to the Veterans Service Officer and he can maybe track it down. But that's the first thing they should do. And like John was saying, a lot of veterans, they deny it, they don't feel they're worthy, or they don't want to. And it's very important to encourage them to do this, even if they don't need the care now, because we have a lot of older veterans, you know, Vietnam veterans, Korean veterans, who are now like needing hearing aids and having health problems. And they had never registered, and it becomes a problem, especially if they become elderly and need help. So if they're all registered, even if they don't use the healthcare system, as long as they're registered, they can go back later. But even if they have their own primary care in the private sector, I feel it's very important that you get one assigned. You need to only see them once a year. And that way, if problems arise, it's there. Your backup is there. So I would say that's the most important thing for veterans to do. And they can always go through their veteran service officer. He will direct them how to do it also.
Can you guys tell me what motivated each of you to join the Walpole Veteran Services Committee?
Sure, that one was easy for me. I heard stories of from my father and his Vietnam buddies, how they were treated when they came back from the war. And after the kickoff of the global war on terror, I knew that I wasn't going to let that happen. And the first place to start with that is in your own local community, making sure that the guys from Walpole, the guys and the girls from Walpole coming back knew that they were cared for, and they had a place that they could either come and they had a group behind them that would stand behind them and be there for them. So that was important to me, and that's why I got involved. I was actually the committee chairman from 2012 until 2019. So it was very important to me that this committee really kicked off and had a solid foundation.
Thanks. Donna?
Well, for me, when I ETS'd, ended time in service myself, I married into the service, so I ended up traveling for 24 years and raising my children in it. And all three of my children went military, 2 Army and 1 Air Force, and they were active duty at the time, and I had moved back to Walpole, and I really felt like with one of my son's overseas tour in Iraq that I wanted to be more involved. I knew I was a veteran, and I was gonna have 3 veterans in the family. And also I started getting care at the VA hospital. And I saw the need of my fellow veterans, some of which you talk to in the pharmacy, and they say, well, I don't know where to go for this, or geez, this isn't right, you know. And my mother actually, who's with the Council on Aging, said, you need to go see Florence. Florence Sundquist was a Marine sergeant who was very involved with all the veterans in Walpole. And once I met Florence, that was it. So when a spot opened up on the committee, I applied.
Excellent. Could either of you think of something that you might say to veterans who are feeling that sense of hesitation that you were describing before, where either they don't feel like they deserve it, or they're not feeling like they want to go out and accept that help?
Sure. Each and every one of you did your job, did what you were assigned to do. You deserve the care, and that care is for you. And don't ever think that you're not worthy of the care or that you don't need the care, because it is, when you go to the VA, you're around other veterans, and it's a feeling when you're around other veterans of a safe place. It really is.
I experienced that myself. I wasn't getting care at the VA, and I was encouraged to go to the VA, and I was not boots on the ground. I was not over in Vietnam. I was a nurse at Fort Ord, taking care of the Vietnam who came home, and I saw what they went through, and I didn't feel I was worthy of it. I said, they are the ones who deserve the care. They are the ones who deserve this. And I felt that myself, but I also injured my back caring for them. and was finally convinced. And I'm glad I did go because I meet wonderful people there.
Thank you both for sharing that. And thank you both again for speaking with us today. I think this was a very productive conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all the viewers joining us today. This is the first of a series of conversations we'll be having about veteran services in Walpole. So please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media to stay in the loop.